Okay, we'll get started in just one more minute. Again, students, if you are receiving the seal of biliteracy, if you can please make sure you sit in the first few rows and look at your name. Your name should be on there. The way that we're doing this is that we're starting with the seal of biliteracy, and then if you are receiving a second seal, you should go look for your name tag in that section. Okay, so we can make sure that you are in order in receiving your certificates. We do understand that there are a few students who are not on in this booklet, but we know that you are receiving a seal. We have a certificate for you, so that will be resolved. We'll update the booklet for you, so we'll make sure that you get a booklet with your name on. We apologize for that. So we know some people are just arriving, so we'll get started in 1 minute. Thank you very much for your patience. Okay, let's get started. Good morning and welcome to our Senior Awards celebration for our SEAL recipients and our Academic Achievement recipients. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Henry Turner, Principal. This is our first indoor award ceremony in a couple of years, so that is exciting to see everyone here. And if you had a student for families, if you may have remembered our award ceremonies prior to the pandemic, we had a lot of departmental award ceremonies that some of you had to go to, excuse me, a number of them. This is our attempt to condense them a little bit so that we can have some larger celebrations and get to celebrate our students in front of a larger crowd. I'm really excited about this particular ceremony because this is is a demonstration of our growth of our SEAL program. Our SEAL program started about 5 or 6 years ago with our Seal of Biliteracy, which was adopted as a state seal that would go on the high school transcript for students who could speak one language beyond English. We have adopted that model in other ways of growing SEALs to go on a transcript for student excellence that goes outside of the classroom. And we really believe that this program is a way that it distincts students and separates them from other students in demonstrating the extracurricular work that they are doing, even when it ties into some of their academic work. And we've received some great feedback from universities about this. We know some other high schools are trying to model this, so we're really excited about it. This year we have 3 SEALs. Last year we had about 100 students receiving a SEAL, and this year we have over 130 students receiving a SEAL. So that's really tremendous. We can give them a round of applause for that. Additionally, next year we will be giving out a seal for fine and performing arts, for music, for art, and for theater. So that is exciting as well, that our program is growing. And so with that, I want to thank our SEAL coordinators for particular SEALs Terry Yaffe, Chris Wood, Claudia Wu, and Michelle Leung, who have supported the particular SEALs, and then Kate Kennedy, who is working as our SEAL coordinator overall, has really done a great job of in bringing in faculty in to assess the quality of the students' work and to help put on this program. And then finally, I want to thank Nikki Franchi, who is our award coordinator and does pretty much everything in Newton North, for hosting this event and really putting on the fine touches of this to make this really special event. So with that, the way that we're going to work, just one last time, is that students are going to receive your seal. We have it in an order, so students want to make sure that if you're receiving the seal of biliteracy, you are sitting up front. And then if you're receiving another seal, you want to go find your name. Because there are a lot of you, it is quite possible that we missed or made a mistake. And so if we made a mistake, just please go with the flow. We will correct it for you and make sure that you get your certificate or your name is in the program afterwards. This is our first time doing this with a large capacity, and we will get better at it over time. To make this more efficient and smooth, we have Master of Ceremonies Dan Fabrizio, who will be helping us. So that's exciting. And before we get to him, I would like to introduce our Superintendent, David Fleischman, for a few words. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It's so wonderful to be at an awards ceremony and see all of you who deserve so much credit. We have so many students who recognize, now that we have an awards coordinator, she told me yesterday, you have 1 minute to speak. And then Nancy Marinucci, our department head, said to me, when you're leaving, you can speak as long as you want. But I'm going to stick to 1 minute and just say a couple of really important things. Number one, the last couple of years have been really, really challenging. And for all of you to get awards, you're getting awards in SEALs and different academic departments, but you're really getting awards in perseverance, resilience, grit, care. That's what these awards are about. And I think what gives me hope, as hard as these last couple of years have been, is that the skills that you've demonstrated over the last couple of years are skills that students in previous generations were not tested the way all of you were. And so I hope you take what you've demonstrated both in and outside of the classroom and make a difference in the world, because that's part of whether it's SEALs or your academic achievements. You guys are so well prepared. Hopefully we'll never have another pandemic, but we have so many other challenges that you guys are ready to tackle. So congratulations, good luck, and I look forward to seeing you at graduation.
Thank you, Dr. Fleischman, and just want to say thank you for your support for our SEAL program over the years. The SEAL Biliteracy is something that's been supported by the district. One of the advocates for the SEAL of Biliteracy around the state and here in Newton has been Nancy Marinucci. Nancy actually, I think at one point, reached out to Governor Baker, and I think she hunted him down to make sure that he was going to make this a state SEAL. I don't think he had ever heard of the SEAL Biliteracy, but he had heard of Nancy Marinucci. So with that, I just want to, Nancy is retiring this year and is finding a new path next year. I think that path may bring her back to Newton at some point, but I just want to really acknowledge her. This is happening because of her advocacy over a long period of time. And so if we can just say thank you to Nancy for her advocacy of the SEAL of Biliteracy. And with that, I'll pass it to our Master of Ceremonies, Dan Fabrizio.
Good morning. The Seal of Biliteracy. The Massachusetts State Seal of Biliteracy, established in 2017, is an award that recognizes students who have achieved a high level of proficiency in English as well as one or more additional languages, whether it be a native language, a heritage language, or a language learned in school or in another setting. It is a statement of accomplishment that helps to signal evidence of a student's readiness for career and college, as well as to engage in the world as a global citizen. With the Seal of Biliteracy, Newton North High School honors the linguistic diversity of our community and underscores our commitment to global education, linguistic proficiency, and intercultural competency. This year, 84 Newton North seniors have been awarded the Massachusetts State Seal of Biliteracy, or the Massachusetts State Seal of Biliteracy with distinction, demonstrating proficiency at the intermediate high or advanced low level, respectively, in all linguistic skill areas in the modern languages and in reading and writing in Latin. 15 of these students earned more than one seal, remarkably showing high proficiency in 3, and in one case, 4 languages. We are proud to recognize all Seal of Biliteracy recipients today. Their accomplishment is a tribute to their perseverance and has empowered them to understand and engage in the world more deeply through the superpower of language. Officially, a student earns a State of Massachusetts Seal of Biliteracy or a Massachusetts Seal of Biliteracy in English and Luganda, for example. In order to move more quickly today, I'll simply say the student's name, seal or seal with distinction, and then the language. And guests, since we have a long list today, if you could please hold your applause until the end of the names. Without further ado, here we go. Ana Karina Adrianza, seal in Spanish. Margarita Alvarez, seal in Spanish. Almog Ancori, seal with distinction in Hebrew. Jahan Antia, seal in Spanish. Lorna Arcis, seal in Italian. Griffin Bond, seal in Spanish. Eitan Borenstein, seal in Hebrew and seal in Spanish. Jaden Carias, seal in Spanish. Mar Casajuana, seal with distinction in Catalan, seal with distinction in Italian, and seal in French. Daniel Tsui, seal in Mandarin. Jade Dai, seal with distinction in Mandarin. Antonio Dalton, seal in Spanish. Grace Davis, seal with distinction in Italian. Melvin de Medeiros, seal in French. Irene de la Roca, seal with distinction in Italian, seal in Spanish. Honor Dufresne, seal in French. Peter Dukakis, seal with distinction in Spanish. Nicole Duong, seal in French. Mark Edis, seal in Russian. Luana Espinosa, seal with distinction in Spanish. Madeline Fabry, seal in Spanish. Frank Fang, seal in Mandarin. Alexandra Fitzgerald, seal with distinction in Spanish. Anthony Franco Osorio, seal with distinction in Spanish. Stephen Gao, seal with distinction in Mandarin. Andre Nilka, seal in French, seal in German. Ricardo Gomez, seal in Spanish. Molly Greenwald, seal in Spanish. Jonathan Grossman, seal in German. Nathan Hotefowl, seal in French. Olivia Helfrich Tapia, seal in Spanish. Kayla Mendoza, seal in Spanish. Theo Hoffman, seal in Spanish. Jason Jiang, seal with distinction in Mandarin. Alba Jordan, seal in Spanish. Cher Lee, seal with distinction in Mandarin. Selena Lin, seal in Spanish. Selena Liu, seal in Spanish. George Lumbrinis, seal with distinction in Greek. Tiana Lugo, seal in Spanish. Talia Manchester, seal in Spanish. Sam Melville, seal in Spanish. Carlotta Minozzi, seal in French, seal in Italian with distinction. Julia Miller, seal in Spanish. Catherine Mitchell, seal in Spanish. Leila Monet Vieira, seal in Spanish. Anna Mahin, seal in Spanish. Juan Manuel Medina, seal in Spanish. Daphne Muwangusi, seal in Luganda. Owen Orms, seal in Spanish. James Ortiz, seal in Spanish. Andrew Park, seal in Spanish. Priscilla Park, seal in Spanish. Remy Pinnell, seal in French. Lucy Ponce, seal in Spanish. Olivia Posen, seal in Spanish. Lavinia Ramos, seal with distinction in Portuguese, seal with distinction in Spanish. Lillian Rinaldi, seal in Italian. Lily Renneker, seal in Spanish. Alice Renzetti, seal in Italian with distinction, seal in Spanish. Dante Sanchez, seal in Spanish. Alexander Sansevieri, seal in Italian, seal in Russian. Juliana Sardi Roquines, seal in Italian with distinction, seal in Spanish with distinction. Natalia Savishka, seal with distinction in Polish, seal in Italian. Emily Shah, seal in Mandarin. Dmitro Sherbakov, seal in Russian, seal with distinction in Ukrainian. Danielle Sinai, seal in Hebrew, seal in Spanish. Betty Smythe, seal in Italian. Eureka Tarui, seal in French. Eureka Tarui, seal in Japanese with distinction. Demir Teskan, seal with distinction in Turkish. Sebastian Vasquez Pimentel, seal in Russian. Emma Vaughn, seal in French. Emily Wang, seal in French. Thomas Wang, seal in Latin, seal in Spanish. Aiden Wright, seal in Spanish. Dailin Shu, seal in Cantonese, seal in Mandarin. Eric Yu, seal in distinction with Mandarin. Max Zatlin, seal in German. Condoleezza Sang, seal in Mandarin. Esther Zhang, seal with distinction in Korean. Amira Suniga, seal in Spanish. And Hannah Supancic, seal in French. You may now applaud. What's that? Yeah. Please rise. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, okay. Shoo. The seal of civic action and the seal of social justice are opportunities for us to honor students who have made a difference in their community through their commitment and dedication to civic life, service, and social justice issues. These students have demonstrated how young people can work for positive change, advocate for equity, improve the lives of those around them, and be effective and engaged members of our democracy. The seal of civic action is designed to reflect a student's passion and dedication to civic life and service, as well as their willingness and ability to reflect on what they've learned through their civic work. The Seal of Social Justice is designed to reflect a student's passion and dedication to social justice, particularly in working towards supporting marginalized communities, as well as their willingness and ability to reflect on what they've learned through their social justice work. We will begin with the seals of social justice. Guests, please once again hold your applause until the end of the names. Jehan Antia, Griffin Bond, Eitan Borenstein, Daniel Borhegi, Megan Carey, Jaden Carias, Emily Craven, Antonio Antonio Dalton, Grace Davis, Meredith Delva, Peter Dukakis, James Dunn Rappaport, Luana Espinosa, Madeline Fabry, Rose Giroux, Olivia Helfrich Tapia, Tia Joseph, Angelina Kekia, Rachel Kimball, Rachel Kurlansky, Stacy Lowe, Veronica Liu, Tiana Lugo, Catherine Mitchell, Alicia Monroe, Uche Okonkwo, Natalie Ottaviano, Priscilla Park, Lucy Ponce, Olivia Posen, Lily Renali, Ashlyn St. Preux, Jay Sapers Sydney, Jackson Sequist, Ethan Situ, Tay Smith, Eureka Tarui, Natalie Taw, Aiden Vehi, Celia Biscomi Salette, Naomi Wolf, Emily Wang, Rebecca Yao, Esther Zhang, and Hannah Zupancic. You may now applaud. All right, folks, we're now going to go with the seal of civic action. Students, seniors, if you're receiving the seal of civic action, if you could be in the designated seats, that'll help make sure everyone gets their award in alphabetical order. And we shall proceed. Okay, great. Sharif Abdin, Rachel Alpert Wisnia, Adam Biner, Lindsay Bielecki, Griffin Bond, Eitan Borenstein, Samuel Braithwaite, Megan Carey, Jaden Carias, Serena Chuang, Sean Curtin, Jade Dye, Meredith Delva, Peter Dukakis, Mark Adis, Luana Espinosa, Anna Francis, Mark Franklin, Amanda Furbacher, Will Goldsmith, Ava Harrington, Olivia Helfrich Tapia, Theo Hoffman, Jason Jiang, Angelina Kekia, Rachel Kimball, Rachel Kurlansky, Jaemoon Lee, Charles Lee, Stacy Lowe, Veronica Liu, Tiana Lugo, Talia Manchester, Catherine Mitchell, Anna Mahin, Uche Okonkwo, Alex Olhava, Lucy Ponce, Olivia Posen, Sophia Puig, Maya Rao, Ashlyn St. Preux, Jackson Sequist, Danielle Sinai, Ethan Situ, Shoshi Tanowitz, Francesca Tapper, Eureka Tarui, Aiden Vehi, Celia Viscomi Solette, Anthony Wang, Emily Wang, Naomi Wolf, Alec Wong, Rebecca Yao, Esther Zhang, Hannah Supansik, Okay, we may now applaud. Congratulations, students. Earning a seal is a tribute to your dedication and perseverance. We are proud of your impressive work. It reflects our school's commitment to encouraging students to participate in their life outside of their community through civic action that supports service, engagement, and social justice. Now on to our Academic Achievement Awards. We will begin with world languages. The Outstanding Scholar Award. Each year, the teachers of Chinese, French, Italian, Latin, and Spanish select the outstanding student in their respective language at the most advanced level of that language. The recipient of the Outstanding Chinese Scholar Award is Tal Pemstein. The recipient of the Outstanding French Scholar Award is Eureka Terui. The recipient of the Outstanding Italian Scholar Award is Natalia Savishka. The recipient of the Outstanding Latin Scholar Award and the Dave Hawkins Scholarship, a scholarship giving out for the first time this year in memory of our beloved Latin teacher, Dave Hawkins, is Zachary Lobel. And the recipient of the Outstanding Spanish Scholar Award is Olivia Helrich Tapia. The Elizabeth Jewett Scholarship goes to a student of French who plans to major or minor in the French language at university. This year's recipient is Emma Vaughn. The final two World Language Scholarships are awarded to students who study multiple languages at advanced levels at Newton North. The entire World Language Department confers to select a recipient for this award. This year, we are proud to name two recipients of the Dave Phelan Helen Saunders Scholarship Award, Mar Casajuana and Thomas Wang. And now, the Math Department Awards. The Ferguson Scholarship is presented to a student of integrity who has consistently worked to his or her academic potential, given evidence of outstanding effort both in and out of school, and has been involved in school and/or community activities. This year's award is presented to Aiden Vehi. The Meredith Gaddis Scholarship is awarded to a student of math demonstrating a strong work ethic and a love of music. This year's award is presented to Ava Howell. Next, the Nathan Robinson Scholarship is awarded to a student who reflects Nathan's enormous enthusiasm for the subject of mathematics. This is not necessarily the highest achieving student, but should be a student who enjoys the study of the discipline. Passionate about life and learning, Nathan loved the order, balance, and symmetry that mathematics provided. With his sharp mind and love of teaching, Nathan enjoyed sharing his passion for math with others. This award is given to a graduating senior whose focus is not so much on the correct answers of equations as it is about spreading the joy and excitement of math to Newton North classmates and beyond. This year's award is presented to Sharif Abden. Felicidades. Next, the Cynthia J. Bergen Scholarship is awarded to a student or students that demonstrated perseverance and hard work in the calculus project. This year's awards are presented to Miriam Orlandi and Joshua Tacky. The Ellen Raphael Scholarship is awarded to a student who, through effective use of available resources, has made substantive progress in mathematics. Resourceful, interested, and self-directed, this student will make statements such as, "Let me make sure I understand this," and "I wonder what would happen if," rather than "show me how to do it." This year's award is presented to Peter Dukakis. And the final math award is the Mary Sapienza Award. It's presented to someone who appreciates the creative aspect to mathematics. This year's award is presented to Eric Yu. Now on to the Science, Technology, and Engineering Awards. The Engineer of the Year is presented to the student who has consistently and diligently demonstrated the passion and motivation to learn and practice the arts of engineering. This year's Engineer of the Year is Max Goldman. The Golden Rubber Chicken is presented to the student who consistently acts as a motivator and positive role model within engineering design teams. The student will also use humor as a tool for positive motivation and well-being. This year's recipient of the Golden Rubber Chicken is Daniel Borhegi. Students earning the engineering certificate have successfully completed over 60 credits of coursework and projects explicitly devoted to math, science, engineering, and technology. Once again, please hold your applause until the end of the names. Cole Abbott. Please hold. It's a long list. Jason Antonellis. Kyle Barakchian. Daniel Borhegi. Alejandro Castillo. Caleb Cornelius. Daniel Tsui. Sean Curtin. Nicole Duong. Spencer Eng. Anders Erlandson. Max Goldman. Nicholas Hart. William Hiespelink. Harrison Ho. Andrew Jensen. Liam Keblin. Camille Korovais. Timothy Kortler. Emile Lagasse. Matthew Lee. Charles Lee. Cher Lee. Nick Lee. Jason Lee. Stacy Lowe. Cameron McKenzie. Calvin Milley. Ali Murad Aziz. Matthew Moylan. Neil Rao. Benjamin Ratton. Luke Ratanavijay. Jay Sapers Sidney. Adler Schultz. Raheem Saidoff. Achilles Steinbach. Josh Thompson. Kaz Vetas. Matthew Wolf. Thomas Yi. Sebastian Jens. Hussein Saidi. And Alex Zhang. Let's give them one more round of applause. Now on to our English awards. This first award is inspired by teachers, particularly Thomas DePeter, Mary Lanigan, and Vicki Patterson, who encourage students to use language precisely, imaginatively, and honestly, while also developing a personal style. This award honors a student whose English portfolio presents an articulated record of achievement as a writer and a reader. This student's portfolio must represent 4 years of broad and challenging reading, as well as analytical and creative writing, and must also reflect the links between reading and writing in the English curriculum. This year's awards for excellence in an English portfolio are presented to Dina Furman and Tia Joseph. This next award honors the work of former teachers, particularly Celia Orovas, Margaret Flaherty, and David Outerbridge. The work in these students' portfolios represents not only achievement, but also the tenacity and perseverance necessary for a student to improve as a writer, reader, and thinker. This year's awards for achievement in English and an English portfolio are presented to Jason McNew, Shayna White, and Frank Fang. This next award honors the work of remarkable former teachers, particularly Thornton Swain Thomas and Bob DeFore. Each of these teachers spent his career inspiring students to think differently, to take risks, and to find their voices within their writing. This award is given to a student whose portfolio reflects an original and creative point of view. This year's awards for original voice in a portfolio are presented to Robin Stevens and Brooks DeReg DeMissy. The Newtonite Scholarship is for a student who has contributed significantly to the paper and has grown significantly in the process. The award honors excellence, dedication, and imagination in scholastic journalism. This year's award recipient is James Dunn Rappaport. And finally, to quote a former editor-in-chief, "The job of editor-in-chief of the Newtonite is one of the most difficult and rewarding jobs available to a student in the country. The responsibilities and time commitment are as heavy as many full-time professional jobs. This award honors the leadership, dedication, and journalistic excellence of the student who has completed this outstanding role. This year's 2 award recipients are Griffin Bond and Brooks DeReg DeMissy. Our final award this morning is being offered for the first time. Our first ever Physical Education, Health, and Wellness Student of the Year. This student has engaged in physical education, health, and wellness classes with integrity and civility. Their positive contributions to the school and community through phys ed, health, and wellness classes have created a welcoming and inclusive environment for all students. This student is a thoughtful, reflective, and an active citizen who applies foundations of wellness to life inside and outside of the classroom. This year's winner is Rachel Kimball. Congratulations to all of our outstanding students on all of your achievements this year. Please join us, parents, families, and students, for refreshments in the lobby, and then seniors, please proceed to your A block classes. Thank you all for coming.